Glitch has again published a new leak, which has become a meme for Pomni. We'll definitely watch to the end. If you look at it, Caine and our heroes seem to be trying to cook a cake, to which I can say that he succeeds. Because after that, as we can see, they started a huge fire in the Candy Canyon Kingdom, which can spread. And as you know, sweets can catch fire easily. And if we read the text in this post, we can see that Glitch says, "Building my latest and most spectacular adventure, Candy Canyon Kingdom." And already after the first words, it seems to me that he meant that the kingdom would not become. And then he writes in the text, "Treat yourself to a wonderful adventure that will tantalize your taste buds and leave you wanting more." So that confirms to us, this is an adventure that 5 characters will get into. But where are Jax and Kinger then? Because as you remember, they fought on trucks. And Pomni was not with them because they were separated. But in this frame, she is. And we can assume only one logical theory, that when the characters of the circus got into a dangerous situation, the alligators behind them also got into this trap. And they probably had to make a truce to save their friends. Because before the collision and the danger of the fudge monster, the characters got mixed up. Because that's the only way I can explain why Pomni was able to connect with her friends from the circus and wasn't against Gummigoo joining them, even though he was their enemy. And looking at Gummigoo, we can confirm our guess that he is looking for his friends, looking into the distance. Although in the trailer, it was shown that they are angry with him because they offered to join the dinner, but in reality, he is very worried about them. But what could have caused this gigantic fire? If we look at the cake, we can see a silhouette from it, reminiscent of a cowboy. But you know that the strangest thing is that the fire in the kingdom should probably be blue, as we were shown in the trailer. But in the photo, the fire is shown as yellow. That is, it is Caine fire, and he himself made it. Probably because Caine just likes cakes. Because in the first episode, when Pomni appeared in the circus, Caine wanted to treat her to a cake. But a bubble appeared and ate it without giving it a try. After that, Caine punctured the bubble without thinking. And since Caine is here, it means that he suddenly appeared before the heroes in a critical situation. But how could it be that he wanted to make a cake? Probably he just wanted to cheer up the heroes, because everything looks very bad after the situation with the fudge monster, especially with Pomni. Because how can we see how she reacts when everything is on fire? And I would like to add that she is getting used to it very well, since she is already smiling in such a situation. But if you look at her eyes, everything seems to be the opposite. She has gotten to the point where her eyes are starting to get cloudy. Why are you and I right in thinking that this is not good? And Caine understands this, but can't do anything about it. Maybe it is during this period that abstraction begins in her? Because as we know, Ragatha has always encouraged Pomni, but here the problems have reached a new level as we can see. And maybe before the adventure, Ragatha asked Pomni if everything was okay with her, but from the expression on Pomni's face, it was clear that she was excited. But here Ragatha herself is not happy with what is happening, and Gangle may have been so upset because he wanted to try the cake. Because as we know, the cake was not on the table yet. Now, I want to explain a theory why Jax could be so sad about all the leaks in the new episode. There are many reasons, but I will go over a few of the main ones. The first reason is that he doesn't really like to bully everyone, but he only does it to stay healthy. So Jax is actually a good guy despite his jokes. Because if you look at it from the other side, then the characters reflect the face of the digital circus through their character as in life. For example, Kaufmo often joked, and he was like a clown in the circus, and Ragatha was a doll because she was a caring girl. Therefore, since Jax often jokes, but he did not become a clown in the digital circus, so I think that he does it on purpose, so as not to go crazy. My second theory is that Jax can actually abstract. Virtually all digital circus fans believe that Jax is at least a candidate to be abstracted in future episodes. But the fan base mostly looks up to Jack, and he is the favorite of the show. And if he abstracted, people would go crazy, just like with Pomni. But let's face it, we've already seen Pomni fly into the basement in the trailer, and Jax is no exception. Therefore, it is not surprising if this is what makes him feel depressed. And the third reason I can think of is that maybe Jax is missing someone from the circus or the real world. Maybe he had a friend who abstracted, just like in Kinger his queen. But why exactly in Candy Canyon Kingdom is Jax sad? It's hard to say, but if we remember, Jax will still work in fast food. Therefore, in the upcoming episodes, he is not abstracted yet, so we cannot worry yet. But about Pomni, you need to think more. We will see for sure after the second episode, because it will be too horrible to imagine. Or what do you think? Maybe everything is not just like that, and we will be able to see the basement and meet old characters. And now let's go back to the image. At the beginning of the video, I said that this picture became a meme because of Pomni. I will now explain why. In the community, it seemed very funny Pomni, although this situation looks terrible. And I agree, because Pomni looks very funny. Everything around them speaks. As they say, problems swallow you up, therefore, it will be hoped that Caine will solve it all. Because it is unlikely that Caine would just want to go on an adventure with the participants. But let me know your theory about this image in the comments. If the video gets 150 likes, then I will post a video about abstracting Pomni. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Before meeting,